Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sport Drive Show. I'm your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. We are reporting to you from the Hage Geingob Stadium. As you can see, the FNB NCG is right behind me. A beautiful view there. So, to start off with the show, we are getting right into the hit list. Okay, so first up on the hit list, we know that the Namibia Horse Racing Association hosted their first event for the year on Saturday in Hobabes on the 21st of March, which was Independence Day. So we are just going to take a look back at how all of that transpired, have a look at some of the wonderful races. We know that the two final races were the 2,000 meters. So we're going to have a look at those races. We have the highlights for those races and also catch up with the governor of the beautiful Omaheke region. We also got to hear from the president who got to tell us what they look forward to in the upcoming year. So stay tuned for all of that as we bless you with some horse racing. We are in the cattle town, and we can't come to the town without visiting the governor of Omaheke. Governor, tell us, it's a wonderful day out. We have a lot of people out here. The weather is lovely. The Independence Cup is happening. Tell me, how does it feel for you to be a part of this wonderful event?
You know, I'm always saying that it's a beautiful time to be alive, also to be accounted amongst the living. Things are happening under the administration of our female president. Unusual things are happening. We just had the celebration of our independence, and now we have an Independence Cup in honor of the same independence. 35 years, beyond 35 years for a prosperous future. And when you look to the turn-up here, and the turn-up at independence celebrations, you can really say we are looking forward to a prosperous future.
Very, very well said. Okay, now with the racing that you've seen so far today, how impressed are you with Namibians coming together, making sure to host this beautiful event? I mean, we have 17 races on the card. It just shows the amount of people that are willing to come and take part in this event.
No, honestly speaking, I think as regional leadership and especially the municipality, I think a sort of a partnership should be forged here in terms of working on the infrastructure at this horse track so that it can have a certain standard. For example, people are standing all over around instead of sitting at pavilions and have a better view. So the interest is there. It's a sport that is attracting a lot of people and well loved, and also synonymous to the region of Omaheke, since this is a cattle country and you can never have a cattle without a horse. You can't do one without the other. So we need to give attention to it and really spend time and some money in it and make it one of these sports events that should be yearly celebrated across the whole region.
I definitely have to agree with you there. And you know, I mean, since you have a big turnout like this, it's always good for the vendors because this is giving back to the community. The people are making some money off this as well, don't you think?
Definitely, the economy of Hobabes is normally boosted through these events. I think the vendors, the small kapana lady, is making her money, and also the town, the shops are benefiting, the service stations are benefiting, and apart from that, the unity that you see amongst the people and the joy that you see, and that no one is seeing each other, the other one on the basis of tribe, on the basis of language. Sport unites, and I think the president was very, very smart and wise when she decided that sport should be the second priority within her administration. So all of us have to hit the call and join in promoting sports.
Sport really does unite. Okay, Governor, before I let you leave, since we're celebrating independence, I'm going to give this one to you. For the viewers that are watching at home that couldn't make it to the cattle country, just maybe a few words of for independence. I mean, just tell the people a wonderful Independence Day.
Yeah, the viewers who missed out on this independence celebration, is not yet late. We are here at the horse racing. Tonight we'll be at Lechare. We'll be dancing on the dancing floor. We will dance until we drop. And all of you, please come. And you have seen already at the independence celebration that I really did show some of the styles that I can dance, and I'm going to make much more bigger moves and more flexible than today. Please, let's join, and happy Independence Day. Long live the Republic of Namibia, long live Omaheke, long live our president and the 8th administration, and long live the blood of those whose blood waters our freedom. May they keep inspiring us to greater heights. I thank you.
Okay, so guys, we are joined by Godfried Motu. We are here in the cattle country, in the cattle town that's called Khobabes, as we are here at the Horse Racing Association's first event of the year. I'm joined by the president. President, tell me, how has the day been here so far?
The day has been a very grateful day. We are very honored to have a proper crowd to join our first horse racing event for the year. As you can see, we are very honored also to have our governor, our minister. They are all here. And the crowd, as you can see, is quite remarkable, and people are really enjoying the sport. And yeah, it's a kickoff for the year.
Okay, we're kicking off with the Independence Cup. We have 17 races carded. Organizing, putting all of this together today. Just tell us a bit of background info as to how all of that went.
The organizing is still ongoing. We already started with the short distances, which is the 1,000 meters. Right now, we finished the short distances. Now we are moving on to the long distances, which is now the 1,400 to the 1,006 to 2,000, the final race for the day. And that's how it's lined up for the day.
Okay. And you personally, are there any races that you are particularly looking forward to say, which I know this race, this horse, this one is winning today? Or you are just checking the vibes?
The horse racing it's not an easy game. Today you win, tomorrow you lose.
Yes.
So it's not a predictable game. You never predict a horse because the horse have feelings. So the final race obviously has a good. It's the race to watch, which is the 2,400 meters, the final one, which is gonna be a race to watch actually. Yes.
Okay, no, then we are very excited. Okay, before we let you go, this is just the first event for the year. What can we expect from the Horse Racing Association this year with regarding into races?
No, we have about more or less 9 races lined up for the year.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot that's gonna come. Yes. You can meet with Chantel. She will give you the whole program of the year, so you can be up to date with the schedules. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much. No, we'll definitely make sure to have a chat with PRO Chantel Maton. So, guys, stay tuned. We're hanging out here in Khobabes for the Independence Cup, the first event of the Horse Racing Association for the year. So, stay tuned as we get ready for more racing action.
I'm Chantel Maton, the PRO of Namibia Horse Racing Association, and this is our first race of the year, and it's called the Independence Cup. I must say the crowd turn up is quite great. They came in numbers, and it just shows that there's growth in the sports in the horse racing in Namibia. There's few clubs that came quite exceptionally well prepared. They did so well for the day. I have horses racing myself. We got a second place and a third place. That is Commas Turf Club. We have a total of 17 races where we are at the number 7 now, so still 9 races left. And it's going well. There's not a long waiting period. It's about 15 minutes waiting period. And for the day, we have over 70 horses participating in the Independence Cup.
It's a country show, Friday night, and the moon is high. Time to hit the town, let the good times fly. Raise your glass, let the music play. We're gonna dance until the break of day. Feel the rhythm, let your worries bust. We're here to kick up the dust. Kick up the dust, let it fly in the air. Spin those wheels, yeah, we're going somewhere. Raise your hands, let your worries go. We're living fast and we're loving the show. Kick up the dust. And the guitars wail, living large on a country trail. Crank it up, let the good times roll. We're riding high, we're on a roll. Raise your glass, let the music play. We're gonna dance until the break of day. Feel the rhythm, let your worries bust. We're here to kick up the dust. Kick up the dust, let it fly in the air. Spin those wheels, yeah, we're going somewhere. Raise your hands, let your worries go. We're living fast and we're loving the show. Kick up the dust. Every mile we roam, we're making memories, we're right at home. Let's turn it up, let's live it loud. We're a rowdy, proud country crowd. Kick up the dust, let it fly in the air. Spin those wheels, yeah, we're going somewhere. Raise your hands, let your worries go. We're living fast and we're loving the show. Kick up the dust. Got my boots laced up, hat pulled low. We're rolling out, it's a country show. Friday night and the moon is high. Time to hit the town, let the good times fly. Raise your glass, let the music play. We're gonna dance until the break of day. Feel the rhythm, let your worries bust. We're here to kick up the dust. Kick up the dust, let it fly in the air.
Okay, so viewers, we are joined by the man that has conquered the last race, the Independence Cup, on a very, very good horse. Just tell us the horse's name again.
Woodland Reach.
Woodland Ridge. The jockey did it in fine fashion. Vertel ons net bietjie, wat is jou naam en van en hoe het je gevoel op die laatste race?
Mijn naam is Hans Hartlich Swarbo, wel bekend als Savas. Ik had wel bij jou uitgevoel. Ik weet, ik is confident aan mijn paard. Hij is een goede paard. Ik kan dat doen. Ja, ik is op pad Botswana toe. So ik voorbereid om voor die. So ik is bezig met hem nog altijd. En als mijn paard, ik geloof, hij zal nog in Botswana ook iets op doen.
Aha, oké, nou vertel ons bietjie, hoe was die races vandaag? All in all, als ons moet kijken van race 1 af tot 17, voor jouzelf, hoe heb je die race geniet vandaag?
Ja, die race was goed geweest. Wel dat die jockeys ook van sommige gevallen hadden, want so, maar dat is deel van die sport. Ja, dat was goed geweest. Wel een perkie wat kop uitsteek, PJ wat bietjie kop uitgesteek het. So. Maar oké, ons is op pad, Botswana toe, zoals ik zei. Wel, ons zal daar bij elkaar komen.
Oké, so die was definitief goede voorbereiding voor allemaal. Nou, als ons kijkt zoals bij die laatste race, wanneer heb je gevoel, je het hem? Het je van die get-go af of iewers daar bij die 80, 100 meter?
Ja, nee, kijk, toen hier die 14 omgaan, toen lijkt het die paasdraak een beetje anders. Maar toen ik die voortouw opvat en ons gaan zo af naar die 1000 meter, toen die mannen komen aanvallen, toen besluit ik ga nou met de man wat komt. Als hij wil komen, moet hij komen. Ja, so, maar ik heb dat pressa gehad, maar ja, die speerse hart is goed en mijn talent is goed, so dat gaat communiceren en ons het gaan winnen.
Great stuff. Oké, nee, zoals je gezegd hebt, volgende is Botswana.
Botswana, ja, ons gaan maar hun toe.
Sterkte met Dijnen.
Alle voorspoed voor allemaal wat achterblijft.
En happy independence.
Alle mooi is voor Namibia nog in de toekomst en die vorentoe.
Daar hoor jullie van die man af. Wat, dank je meneer, geluk. Well, viewers, there you have it. That was the last race on the day. Everyone is packing up. We're about to leave. But that's all that we do have for you. Here in Gobabis, the city or the town of where the cows reside. But we were not here for the cows today. We were here for the horses. So we'll see you on the next one very soon. Okay, so we do have the spotlight. This is where we focus on big momentous events in Namibia or big places or places that have significant value. And for this one, we are going to be talking about the stadium that you are seeing right behind me there. That's the FNB NCG Cricket Stadium. So we have a video for you that explains where the plan came from and what the whole idea was with the stadium and how it was put together, as we get to hear from the president and the CEO of Cricket Namibia.
This spot holds a special place in our hearts here in Namibia. This camel thorn tree behind us is where we sat as a board with the CEO on the 9th of September 2020, just having a vision of what can be. And we said to ourselves, listen, imagine this picture in front of us. Imagine the Awas Mountains over there. And imagine it's late afternoon and there's braai fires around and the smoke is coming over the field. And imagine we're playing South Africa. And imagine we win. Very often you read in business books, Apple was born in a garage, or this was born in this. The Namibian cricket ground's dream was born under that tree. It was born out of a need. As our senior team started performing better, we just recognized the need for a home of cricket, a national stadium. It was a long process. Johan was the guy who drove most of the process. And every week Johan would come back to the board meeting and he would need 2 more coffees to keep him going, because it was a bit of an uphill battle in the beginning.
This land was zoned for sport. It was used in the 1990s as a cricket field, and later on it was mainly just used as a parking area and a driving school. We assumed, because it's zoned for sport, that we can just start developing it. So we spent 2 weeks of leveling, moving 1.6 meters of soil from that side to this side to get the levels right, and then City of Windhoek stopped us. That started the 18-month journey of back and forth. I cannot tell you how many meetings to get to a point where we could actually start applying legally for the land. Not getting the land, but starting the application process for the land.
When we heard that we're going to co-host the Under-19 World Cup and that we're going to co-host the Men's World Cup
without having a field, I can imagine the pressure that we were on. I used to go to City of Windhoek every 2 weeks, sit there in the reception area up until someone can see me.
And I could see on Johan's face, he's getting anxious by the week, more anxious by the week, because we had timelines to fulfill now that we're co-hosting, but we haven't secured the land yet.
After we got the bid, City of Windhoek called us and they said, Johan, you now got the World Cup. We will now avail the land to you to apply legally to have it. It was in total about a 2.5-year journey from that we started breaking ground to that we actually officially were allocated the land to start development.
We then went to the ICC and we did a proposal to the ICC to advance us on our hosting fees. That sort of connected the dots for us.
The ICC was the catalyst, and that was the cash flow we needed to start the project, which is something that is not a normal and traditional occurrence. We obviously had to submit all our plans and everything we wanted to do around the project and how we're going to fund it, etc. But that advance paid for 45%, 46% of what you're seeing here today. So we seeded the 18th of January 2024, the outfield. We started building pitches in February. It took us a month to plant grass on that main strip. We were very fortunate and blessed, and I think that's one thing that we must reiterate throughout this entire process of building, is that the grace and the support and the favor that we've received in this process have been enormous.
Everybody in the crowd are on their feet, because Namibia is about to create history. Oh! History made! It's Namibia who goes victorious over South Africa!
It was a full house. All the commercial suites was filled out. All the sponsors were here. Our staff worked tirelessly behind the scene. The training that went in to get to host that event was immense. So many of our staff for the first time was exposed to that, and how we prepared for it is a story on its own.
You couldn't have scripted that match better. It was the first match on the NCG. It was against South Africa, who everybody in Namibia looks up to South Africa as a cricket team. And you beat South Africa in the last over from the last ball. And the guy who hits the winning runs, it's his birthday. Not even Steven Spielberg can script that better. The people of Namibia, they came. They came and they just picked up our team, and it was incredible.
The win against the Proteas was even more special than our World Cup wins because it was on home soil. It had that feeling of connecting to the Namibian people, it had that feeling of cricket's here to stay. It just felt like a little bit of a new dawn for me on the day.
You know, that was almost like, you know, picking a fruit that eventually got ripe from a tree. It was that you could see that fruit coming, and you could see that we're getting there and getting there. And when that happened, it's just a testimony to 5 years of hard work, discipline, grit, integrity, and just excellence from our team on the ground.
We developed this ground obviously to host the 2027 Men's World Cup. So we needed a proper main field that complies to all the regulations, but we also needed a facility to feed the domestic programs, all our international cricket, to adjacent fields, each with 8 and 9 cricket pitches, and then to become a training venue and a playing venue at the same time. Then we incorporated an indoor centre into it, a lovely high-performance gym with a full-on recovery centre. Our physio practices here, our bio practices here, and a lot of sport businesses is built into the main building where we can actually start training like the best in the world. And it's uplifted our men's and our women's team tremendously in the last 8 to 10 months.
The first thing as a professional sports person is the fact that you have everything in one place. It just makes you elevate your own game, and I think that every country, and especially in the associated world where resources are often more scarce, it's like everyone needs a home like this.
Everything that you see here has got a multi-purpose. On a non-match day, this operates fully as a conference facility, a full-time restaurant, there's corporate businesses on site, there's a gym that's open to the public. So it's truly a facility that's built by Namibians for Namibians and to serve not just cricket but the entire corporate community. I must first of all thank ICC for allowing us to host. I know it's a privilege for any associate member, it's normally full members that get the hosting rights. The co-hosting rights have brought us and Zimbabwe and South Africa very close. I must compliment both those boards for being open and accepting to us. We've had many really positive conversations with both of them, looking forward to contribute to the total success of the event. And I think as African countries, even though we're all in the south of Africa, I think Africa needs to show the world that we can host major events at a really, really high level.
The agenda that we always push as Cricket Namibia is that we want children in this country to see cricket as a career opportunity. We are the only professional sport in Namibia at the moment, both men and women teams. And we want to see a child in Oshakati or in Katima Mulilu or in Oranje Munt say, I want to play cricket, that's a career for me, and I want to play at the NCG. So for us, that's one of the biggest drivers and one of the reasons why we have our development programs.
And one of these players in our men's team now is the 17-year-old Max Heingoed, who opened his debut for the men's team against the Proteas. Max Heingoed is a success story for us and testimony for cricket in this country, testimony that we are a sport that is here to develop everyone. The background of that player, you know where he comes from, to really walk to practice every day, not having spikes, not having a meal, not having equipment, and him pitching up every day for practice. Never missing a game, never complaining. It's an unbelievable story.
If this ground's legacy could be that it inspired more kids to play, it got more of the community involved in sport in general, it got more of the community enthused about life, enthused about getting outdoors, I think that in itself is already an impact that many guys could be proud of.
In 100 years from now, people must still look back and say, what happened there was sort of like going to the moon for the Americans. It's something that people will never stop talking about in Namibia, but we now have to make sure that in 100 years from now, this stadium is still a national asset and national pride. When I looked at that photo this morning again, I just have gratitude that I'm part of the story, because it's a unique story. It's actually a fairy tale in terms of sport, you know. So it's just a feeling of gratitude and humbleness.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news. And starting off with soccer news first, it is UEFA Women's Champions League and its quarterfinals. So again, 2 legs that will be played. The first leg, some of the games, 2 of the games have been completed. It's Arsenal that beat Chelsea by 3-1, and then Wolfsburg too strong for Lyon 1-0. So the return leg will be played then next week. It will be the 1st and the 2nd of March. And another game that's going to be played on Wednesday this week is Real Madrid that will play Barcelona, and Manchester United that will play Bayern Munich, and that is all in the Women's UEFA Champions League. Going on to more soccer news, it's from the English Premier League and it's related to Liverpool Soccer Club. It is Mo Salah, the striker. He's been with the club for many years, since 2017, and that's when he was signed from AS Roma, and he announced that he will leave the club at the end of the season. And he played many games for the club, 435 games he played for Liverpool, 255 goals, and for Liverpool playing for them. They won the English Premier League and also FA Cup and Champions League, so those are titles that Liverpool won while Mo Salah was playing for them. On to rugby news. It is the new coach of the All Black rugby team. It is Dave Rennie that will have his first test on the 4th of July this year. That will be against France. Also 4 tests against South Africa. The first one starting the 22nd of August. So it's been confirmed that he also have his coaching team confirmed. It will be Mike Blair from Scotland. He will be the attacking coach, and then Tana Umaga, he will be the defensive coach, and also Neil Barnes, he will coach the forwards. It is Jason Ryan that stay on from the coaching team. Closing off also tennis news from the Miami Open. It is Alexander Zverev, number 3 seed. He beat Quinton Hales in 2 sets, and then number 2 seed Yannick Sinner. He beat Alex Mickelson 7-5, 7-6. That's all in the round of 16. In the women's side of the draw, it is Coco Gauff that beat Belinda Bencic in 3 sets, and Elena Rybakina too strong for Talia Gibson 6-2 and 6-2. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day. We'll talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.